Good morning, Rob B here. I undertook something I wished I hadn't, but here is the radio. This is the GM radio. You can see it's upside down. Anyway, well, I did that. I put it upside down, but anyway, this is it. The radio that came in a 2003 GMC Sierra, and I wanted to have some upgrades to the other one I had in there where I could have some Bluetooth compatibility. So I bought this Kenwood Bluetooth for $109 at the AutoZone. I thought it was a pretty good buy, and it has Alexa and iPhone, iPod, all this built in to the thing. Still having trouble getting it hooked up to my iPhone, and you'll need, I bought this at Walmart. This is a Scotch, I guess you say ABC dash kit. It says it goes from a 92 to 2012. I think that's a GMT 2094A WMI, but everything is in the box what you need. If you was going to put a double DIN or a single DIN, which we end up doing a single DIN, and then you end up having to have this. This one was really hard to find, this wire harness. I had to go to 4 different AutoZones to find one in stock, and it doesn't say specifically for the 2003, but it will work. And it'll come with a red wire, because this radio here has some kind of trigger in it. You see that red light? When you turn the switch on, it doesn't have a red wire that actually you have on most radios for on and off. It has some kind of trigger device they put in that thing, and when you turn the switch on, it'll automatically turn it off and on. So you'll need this kit to make it work. You got to have the red wire. And I wired this thing up with my wires off my Kenwood, matched every color up perfectly, but you don't use some of the wires in there, like the red didn't use, and the blue, because I don't have a power antenna. But you take that red wire you see there, you take it to your fuse box, and you'll have to figure a way to put it into one of your 10 amp fuses there to make it work. And that'll give you power. The yellow will give you constant, but when you put it in, it'll show orange. The wire is actually orange that feeds in the GMC. And then you'll need this. First time I've ever seen this happen. You'll have to have one of these antenna adapters, either cable or a little plug. Sometimes they come in a kit, because the antenna that's in the stock GM radio, it's not long enough to go into one of these new ones, so it'll go into this little part right here. The little piece will hook in here, and then go back to your new radio. But you got to have that. That set me back like $19 at AutoZone, and this one here $17. And then they got this at the Walmart. I think another $20. So all total, with getting this 109 radio, you got to have all these pieces to make it work, and a lot of patience. It cost me like $109, about $160 to make the conversion. Now, if you go down to a certified technician, he's probably going to charge you $100 to put all this in for you. And so anyway, you can do it. It takes a little time and patience. I went on YouTube and done a lot of research on it, and thought I'd pass that along to you if you decide to take out. And a lot of these old radios, they don't work anymore in these trucks. This one happens to work. The CD in it will get stuck in there, and you have to use a putty knife or something to get it back out. But it would still work. The man I bought it from, he said it didn't work. But anyway, see what you think of my video on how to install your new stereo. And we'll catch you later.